And now I'd like to call to the stage John McConnell, President and CEO of Victoria Gold, which is one of Canada's newest gold mines. Thank you, John.
I don't know if I'm speaking into this or this, but I think this. Good afternoon, everyone. It's good to see a few people hung around for the talks. I'm going to talk about, as Paul said, one of Canada's newest producers. Usual forward-looking statement. Investment highlights in terms of Victoria. You know, this is a long-life, modern heap leach operation. We're forecasting year-over-year production growth. We're very sensitive to the price of gold in terms of free cash flow. I'm going to talk a little bit about the exploration potential and our ESG results. But before I get started on the presentation, I'm going to show a video. How many people here have been to a modern mining operation? A few people. Well, I've been told this video is as close as you're going to get to a mining operation without actually visiting one. So I hope you enjoy it, and I apologize to the English speakers because it's in German, I think.
Victoria Golds Eagle-Goldmine in Zentral-Yukon, Kanada, produziert Goldbarren in einem konventionellen Tagebau mit Haufenlaugung. Das Verfahren umfasst Sprengarbeiten im Tagebau, Abtransport des Erzes zur dreistufigen Verkleinerung, Beförderung des zerkleinerten Erzes über Land zur Haufenlaugungsanlage im Tal, Haufenlaugung, Goldgewinnung in der Goldgewinnungsrückanlage, wo das Gold erhitzt und in Goldbarren gegossen wird, die anschließend an eine Raffinerie verkauft und abtransportiert werden. Die derzeitige Lebensdauer der Mine beträgt 11 Jahre, aber angesichts der tiefen Ausdehnung des Erzkörpers und der regionalen Erschließung ist das Management zuversichtlich, dass die Mine über 20 Jahre laufen und mehr als 6 Millionen Unzen Gold produzieren wird. Der Eagle-Tagebau befindet sich an einem Hang und wird nach seiner Fertigstellung mehr als 2000 Meter lang, 1000 Meter breit und 800 Meter tief sein. Im Tagebau wird das Gestein gesprengt und anschließend in Muldenkipper verladen. Das goldhaltige Erz wird zum Vorbrecher transportiert. Nicht goldhaltiges Material wird zu einem Lagerplatz für Abfallgestein gebracht. Der Fuhrpark der Eagle-Goldmine umfasst 2 Cat 6040 Großhydraulikbagger und 11 Cat 785D Muldenkipper. In eine Schaufel passen 40 Tonnen Material und jeder Muldenkipper lädt über 3 Schaufeln oder 150 Tonnen. Die Muldenkipper fahren mit einer Geschwindigkeit von etwa 20 km/h von der Grube zum Vorbrecher und entladen das Material in die Kippmulde des Brechers. Der Vorbrecher ist ein Kreiselbrecher. Er zerkleinert die Erzbrocken auf eine Größe von etwa 12 cm, etwa so groß wie eine Grapefruit. Vom Primärbrecher wird das zerkleinerte Erz zu den Sekundär- und Tertiärbrechern befördert. Die Sekundär- und Tertiärbrecher zerkleinern das Erz weiter auf eine Zielgröße von 10 mm, etwa die Größe eines Grapefruit-Kerns. Das zerkleinerte Erz gelangt auf einem überdachten Überlandförderer über eine Strecke von etwa 1,5 Kilometern zur Haufenlaugungsanlage. Die Haufenlaugungsanlage befindet sich in einem Tal, das mit einer schützenden Doppelbeschichtung versehen ist. Das zerkleinerte, goldhaltige Erz gelangt auf die ausgekleidete Haufenlaugungsanlage über eine Reihe von mobilen Transportbändern, die das Erz 12 Meter hoch aufstapeln oder schichten. Pro Monat werden 1 Million Tonnen Erz verarbeitet. Auf jeder Schicht ist ein Netz von Tropfrohren installiert. Die Rohre geben eine schwache Cyanidlösung ab, die durch das Erz sickert und das Gold auflöst. In den Frostmonaten bleiben die Rohre 1 Meter unter der Oberfläche vergraben. Die goldhaltige oder fruchtbare Lösung wird dann von der Haldenanlage in die Goldgewinnungsanlage gepumpt. In der Goldgewinnungsanlage wird das Gold aus der Lösung extrahiert und die entstehende taube Lösung wird recycelt und wieder für die Haufenlaugung verwendet. Das Gold wird in der Schmelzanlage auf über 1000 Grad Celsius erhitzt. und in Goldbarren mit einem Gewicht von etwa 1000 Unzen gegossen. Die Goldbarren der Eagle-Goldmine enthalten Gold und etwas Silber. Anschließend werden die Goldbarren zur kanadischen Münzanstalt transportiert, wo sie auf 99,99% raffiniert werden.
I think you'll agree that does a pretty good job. I'm going to go through the next few slides pretty quickly because they were covered in the video. But there we are. We're located in Canada's Yukon territory, geographically roughly the center. One of the main reasons this project works is because of the excellent infrastructure we have. Paved road, hydroelectric power, airport at the community of Mayo. You've seen the video. I always think it's interesting to see a real timeline in comparison to some of the timelines companies may have presented here, but we acquired this property back in 2009. Over the next 10 years, we did the detailed exploration and drilling, permitting process. 2017, we started putting together the financing, started construction in 2018, and we're into early production in 2019, just in time for COVID, which certainly set us back for a couple of years. It was very difficult to start up a mine during a pandemic, but we're through that now, and I've got to quit complaining and blaming COVID on everything. But 2023 is turning out to be a great year for us. 2022 production, the important numbers along the bottom there, 150,000 ounces of gold. This was a disappointing year for us. We were forecasting 165,000 ounces. But as I said, 2023 is going much better, and we're certainly on track to meet our guidance. So how did we do the turnaround? Mining has never been an issue. The leach pad works extremely well. And the gold recovery plant has lots of capacity. Our problem or bottleneck has always been the crushing and stacking system. To rectify that, we've gone to stacking year round. We're extremely disciplined about preventive maintenance now. Post-COVID, we've been able to get our vendors onto site. That's been very important in terms of making design changes, as well as training our operators. In 2022, our turnover rate was 37%. Almost impossible to run a mining operation with that kind of turnover. Year to date this year, we're down to about 18%. Still a little high, but manageable. And to get that turnover down, we've had to improve our wages and benefits and increase them close to 30% over the last 3 years. As well, you've probably heard about some of the supply chain problems post-COVID. Those seem to have rectified themselves mostly. As well, we've adjusted our inventories and spare parts. Q3 financials, I think the important number here is free cash flow. Q3, we generated over 25 million. Certainly helped by the higher than expected gold price, and the fourth quarter is looking much the same. I think you've seen this slide with at least two of the previous presenters. This area is certainly becoming a district, and I know that gets used way too often, but as Tara said, there's now been identified in the area over 18 million ounces. So it's attracted a lot of new explorers to the area, and we like the position we're in as the operator and producer in the area, that we've got lots of other people spending their money to explore the area. We also own a large land package in the Yukon. You can see we're over 550 square kilometers. Eagle's that little star in the center there. we've identified 8 high-priority exploration targets. Currently, we're focused out to the east on a target called Nugget. It's another granodiorite intrusive with very similar characteristics to the intrusive that hosts Eagle. We made a new discovery out there in 2019 that we've called Raven. We've had a number of summers of drilling, and in 2022 we put out a maiden resource of just over 1 million ounces, but at a grade 3 times that of Eagle. We've continued to drill out there the last 2 summers. We did another 15,000 meters out there this year. We'll put out a new resource number in Q1 of this year. My feeling is we'll need at least 1 more season of drilling before we fully understand Raven. And then we can start putting some mine plans together and some economic studies. We also, in the last couple months, made a small acquisition. It was a very opportunistic acquisition. We acquired the Yukon assets of a company called Sabre Gold. Sabre had made the ultimate junior sin. They had taken on debt, thinking that they'd be able to raise money in the markets and pay it back. Unfortunately, the debt holders wanted their money back, and they had no option but to sell assets. So we actually very quickly reached an agreement to acquire these assets that include the former Brewery Creek mine near Dawson City and Gold Dome, which is just south of Eagle. One of the other keys was some tax synergies. There's over 44 million of tax pools come with the acquisition. So we can use those tax pools against earnings at Eagle and, delay paying taxes to Canada for at least another year. Shareholders, I won't go through the list other than I think you'll agree this is very much a blue chip shareholder registry. Personally, I own over 800,000 shares, so I certainly have skin in the game. And I should also point out that I've purchased every share I own in the market. We didn't IPO this company and give ourselves a bunch of free stock. Analyst coverage, we enjoy 8 groups, and you can see their target prices there. If I throw out the high and the low and average the other 6, I think I come to a target price of $16, and we're currently trading just over 6. So great opportunity in the Victoria stock right now. Also, if you look at peer trading in terms of P per NAV, certainly we're at the lower end. And we probably should be there because we've missed guidance the last 3 years. And I think we will be rewarded in the market if we continue to meet guidance this year and in the following years. I'm sure some of you know Florian Grimes. He was presenting last week in Zurich. This is his chart for gold price, and I think he may have exactly nailed it in terms of picking the time frame for gold to break out. Similar, his number 1 stock pick is Victoria Gold based on his technical analysis. Debt, we do have outstanding debt in 3 facilities, a term facility that will be paid off by this time next year. We have a revolver that's partly drawn, and we have a cat lease facility. Now, I put our hedging information in here because last year somebody asked the question, have you done any hedging? And I said, yes, it's about 30% of our production for the next year. And that actually was wrong, and he berated me for it for months. So now it's right in front of you here, and nobody can accuse me of lying to them. Management team, most of this group's been together for a number of years, and some of them Warren Gilman may even recognize. Board of directors, also very important. We certainly cover all the disciplines from finance to capital markets to legal and environmental. ESG, we work very hard at. One area that we weren't doing a good job of was reporting on it. But we did get out our annual sustainability report earlier this year, and we'll have the update out in Q1 of 2024. Some of the things on ESG, we certainly have one of the best safety records in Canada. We invest a lot in the community. Tara talked about Every Student, Every Day, our charity. Environmental stewardship, we still own a home in the Yukon, and we don't want to screw up our own backyard. One of the programs I'm proud of is Yukoners at Work. We advertised across Canada that people should return to the Yukon and come and work for us. And I'm pleased to say about 40% of our workforce are Yukoners. Carbon intensity, because we take advantage of hydroelectric power, we have one of the lowest carbon intensities of mines in Western Canada. And I see I'm at 0 seconds, so perfect timing.
Well, thank you very much, John McConnell.